All right, let's get into it. Two of the best in the business, the two-time Super Bowl champ Bryant McFadden and our guy Ryan Wilson. Guys, as we take a look at what was a lopsided matchup both before and during the game, we could really pick apart a number of things here, but I want to talk about the calm that Jimmy Garoppolo brings to this 49ers team. A win was expected, a win was given, but Ryan, did you sense a certain level of confidence that they get from their quarterback being back under center?
Yeah, we didn't see any of the lip-reading exercises that we required in that Broncos game a few weeks ago where he apparently didn't like Kyle Shanahan's play calls. They're on the same page, back-to-back wins now, and this is who Jimmy Garoppolo is. B-Mac and I have talked about this before on this show about you know what you're getting. There are no surprises. There's no Trey Lance mystery about what he can and cannot do, and he went out there and worked within the framework of the offense, and it's good. Sometimes, and sometimes it's really good, and other times it just leaves you sort of scratching your head. There's a reason they went out and got Trey Lance, but he's doing exactly what he's being asked to do. He's being efficient. He doesn't have to carry the entire load. The running game is the centerpiece of Kyle Shanahan offenses in general, and we saw that again today. 2 touchdowns. Tevin had a touchdown running and through the air. So that obviously helped as well. There are going to be some injury concerns. Bosa was out. Robbie Gould left the game as well. But, I mean, you have to love the way they won that football game. And, you know, obviously huge questions about the coach and the players on the other side of the football field.
Yeah, you can tell Jimmy Garoppolo is getting more comfortable in the lineup because, remember, the entire offseason, because of an injury, he did nothing in regards to team-oriented activities, throwing the football. So now he's starting to kind of get into football shape. The rhythm is starting to be known, and the chemistry is there. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Jimmy Garoppolo. He does a great job in just playing within the system, as Ryan mentioned as well. He's not going to blow you away with some of his numbers, but this is a Jimmy Garoppolo-like type ball game. 18 of 30, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, right? I mean, this is who he is, and because of that and the way their defense is balling, man, this is a team you got to be mindful of throughout the course of this season, especially as Jimmy gets more comfortable and acclimated being back with the guys, because they can cause a lot of damage. And right now, that NFC West is wide open. It's wide open for whoever wants it. And I think right now San Francisco wants it bad.
I want to get to a couple of things that you guys touched upon there. First and foremost, on the Carolina side of this story, Baker Mayfield in a prove-it year is having the worst season of his career. It's 20 of 36 for 215 and an interception here on Sunday. And guys, is it just a matter of time now when Sam Darnold is ready to go? Because Baker Mayfield has had an opportunity to show what he's capable of and has fallen short of any and all bars set in front of him here. As you take a look at Baker, his future with this team, and I guess the future of this franchise, is it just getting somebody else healthy who's ready to play that position, Ryan?
I guess, and I'm sort of hesitating. You mentioned Sam Darnold, who suffered that high ankle sprain back in the preseason, and we're waiting for Sam Darnold, which tells you about the state of affairs. But, man, P.J. Walker's on the roster right now, and what do you have to lose at this point? It sounds like there are reports that Matt Rule, his days are numbered, and it's not a surprise given the way this football team has played. Baker has not lived up to the expectations. Not entirely his fault, but at the end of the day, when the fingers are being pointed, they point at the quarterback. Guys are dropping passes. The offensive line is struggling. Ike Ekwonu is still finding his way, the first-round pick, who was the starter from day one. And I don't know how this plays out in the coming days and weeks, whether you turn to Sam Darnold or give P.J. Walker a chance. It doesn't matter at this point, I don't think. But I'll tell you this much, B-Mac and Joe. The quarterback for 2023 currently ain't on this roster, and he will almost certainly be drafted with a top 5 pick 6 or 7 or 8 months from now, and David Tepper's going to probably have to blow this thing up and start over once again.
Yeah, whoever the quarterback is throughout the course of the year, like you said, they won't be the quarterback moving forward. And the same can be said for the head coach, right? What's the status of Matt Rule? Because this team has been disappointing to watch. They're a hard watch. And now looking at the rest of their schedule for the next few weeks, they got to travel to the Rams, right? You got Tampa, you got Atlanta, you got Cincinnati, you got Atlanta again, you got Baltimore. Teams that clearly are better than the Carolina Panthers right now. And they have some talent. They have some talent. It's not like this is a team that lacks talent in key positions. They have some guys, especially on the defensive side, but it seems like the morale is just flatline. They have no morale. The energy is not there. And I think it starts with the quarterback spot. We're not seeing pretty good play from the quarterback. I don't see guys rallying around their quarterback in Baker Mayfield, and we're seeing a lack of success, to say the least. So this is going to be a long, dragged-out year for Carolina. You talk about a quarterback change, but who knows? We might see a head coaching change throughout the year as well if things don't get better.
Plenty to get to here throughout the hour. Gentlemen, we appreciate you guys for lending your thoughts as we take a look now at the fantasy performers coming out of this matchup as more scores go final here in the evening slate. Jimmy Garoppolo, 22 fantasy points, 253, 2 touchdowns. Baker, just not great. Not great at any point this season. Took his bumps and his bruises in this game as well, so we'll see where he's at from a health standpoint moving forward. Speaking of health, notable here, not from the fantasy standpoint, maybe if you got that Niners defense, I raised my hand, but Nick Bosa, down with a groin, did not return. We do not know the extent of that injury. Remember, his brother Joey suffered a similar injury, had to undergo surgery, and is currently on the IR, so we'll continue to keep you up to date with all the latest right here on CBS Sports HQ.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.